Japan just said screw traditional cars and built something that looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. This isn't just another electric vehicle, it's a complete reimagining of personal transportation that moves in ways that will mess with your brain. For the price of a used car, you can own technology that makes Tesla seem primitive. The physics of how it works shouldn't be possible, but Japanese engineers apparently don't care. Join us as we discover new Asian technologies that will blow your mind. Number 13. Volinout airbike. Aviation experts called it impossible, but Thomas Patan proved them wrong with footage that sent social media into complete chaos. His matte black Volinout airbike soared over Polish valleys without wings or spinning rotors, hovering effortlessly, before landing on dirt trails like something from a sci-fi movie. After 2 years of secret development, this Jetson 1 co-founder finally revealed technology that shouldn't exist according to conventional wisdom. The airbike uses small jet turbines hidden inside a razor-thin frame made from 3D printed carbon fiber, 7 times lighter than street-legal motorcycles but strong enough to handle flight forces. Riders straddle it like a motocross bike, enjoying unobstructed 360-degree views since nothing spins around them. A sophisticated flight computer reads weight shifts and handlebar pressure, adjusting jet nozzles for perfect stability whether hovering or darting forward at 124 miles per hour. With 20 minutes of flight time, destinations within 10-mile radius become minutes away, transforming any commute. The thrust-to-weight ratio beats many racing drones at under 90 pounds total weight. Polish tech sites noted how it held position even in gusty winds, suggesting serious potential for search and rescue missions in rugged terrain where helicopters can't reach. Number 12. Martin Jetpack. Back in 2008, Oshkosh crowds paused as a bulky carbon fiber frame rolled past, looking like Buck Rogers movie equipment. That machine became the legendary Martin Jetpack, built in Christchurch, New Zealand. Not some fire-spewing rocket, but a practical 200-horsepower V4 two-stroke gasoline engine driving ducted fans, forcing cool air downward. Over 30 different prototypes evolved into surprisingly practical specs: 441-pound empty weight, 1,135-pound maximum takeoff capacity, leaving room for 265-pound pilot and gear loads. Reaching 46-mile-per-hour speeds, climbing above 8,200 feet, flying 31 miles per tank with 30 minutes airtime, the fly-by-wire controls and vectored thrust kept it stable enough to hover beside skyscraper windows or hang over cliffs. Emergency response teams took notice. Dubai's civil defense ordered 20 units in 2015, hoping jetpacks would get firefighters to Burj Khalifa upper floors faster than ladders. Military agencies worldwide showed interest for operations where helicopters couldn't reach. Engineering wasn't the problem, funding was. Chinese firm Kangqi Science poured tens of millions between 2014 and 2017, but development costs outpaced investments. July 2023 liquidation put 7 prototypes and design data up for auction, with one prototype selling for $158,000. An unnamed international buyer purchased everything, coinciding exactly with FAA finalizing powered lift regulations. The $450 million powered lift market, expected to grow 5-fold in coming years, still recognizes Martin's design, holding the highest payload-to-weight ratio record for ducted fan packs. I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video, so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go! Number 11. Arur Skyrider X1. CES Las Vegas show floor buzz stopped completely when Arur's matte black scooter rolled forward, unfolded 4 carbon fiber arms and lifted straight off the ground in January 2025. The Skyrider X1 wasn't hiding behind glass. This real machine blends street-legal electric moped capability with full vertical takeoff systems. 8 stacked propellers on 4 arms provide lift, while wheels retract into the body during flight. Arms fold back for regular motorcycle with ground travel, perfect for city traffic navigation and roadside charging. Official flight logs show 656-foot altitude capability and 62-mile-per-hour cruising speeds. Flight time varies by battery pack. Entry-level SEL model gives 25 minutes airborne, while upgraded SX pack pushes nearly 40 minutes, translating to 40-mile aerial range. That 40-minute flight time means San Francisco to San Jose in under 15 minutes, while others sit in 2-hour traffic jams. Ground hybrid electric powertrain stretches journey up to 112 miles per charge. Despite carrying a pilot, the carbon fiber and aluminum body weighs only 176 pounds, lighter than most motorcycles, yet climbing higher than city skyscrapers. Triple redundant flight computers handle weather avoidance, route planning, and automatic takeoffs with full-body ballistic parachute backup for emergencies. Piloting feels familiar like riding dirt bikes. Twist throttle to climb, tilt handlebars to rotate, or engage autopilot for hands-free navigation.
Number 10. Aeromobil's European flying car success. While American companies chase massive funding rounds and ambitious timelines, Slovakia's Aeromobil has quietly built a working flying car that's actually ready for customers. The Aeromobil 4.0 represents years of methodical engineering focused on practical functionality rather than flashy demonstrations. This sleek vehicle transforms from a sports car into an aircraft in under 3 minutes using automated systems that extend wings, adjust aerodynamics, and reconfigure the powertrain. On the road, it drives like a luxury sports car, with 300 horsepower turbocharged engine delivering impressive performance. In flight mode, the same engine powers a pusher propeller for cruise speeds up to 224 miles per hour and ranges exceeding 430 miles. The transformation process is completely automated. Drivers press a button and watch as the vehicle reconfigures itself for flight operations. Advanced avionics include terrain awareness, weather radar, and collision avoidance systems typically found in commercial aircraft. The carbon fiber construction keeps weight down while providing crash protection exceeding automotive safety standards. European authorities have approved both road and aviation certifications, making it legal to operate in EU countries. The company has taken a conservative approach to market entry, focusing on wealthy customers who understand both automotive and aviation requirements. Purchase price starts around $1.2 million, positioning it in the supercar market segment. Delivery includes comprehensive training programs covering both ground and flight operations. Early customers include tech entrepreneurs, aviation enthusiasts, and international business travelers who value the flexibility of combined ground and air transportation. The success in Europe has attracted interest from regulators and customers in other markets, with expansion plans targeting North America and Asia.
Number 9. POW v Liberty. Spotters at Breda International Airport stood speechless as a 3-wheeled coupe rolled down service roads, swung its tail boom outward, unfolded a massive 35-foot rotor, and spiraled skyward on June 3, 2025. The POW v Liberty marked a major milestone, fully street legal across Europe and officially approved for airport operations. At first glance, this futuristic sports trike with gull-wing doors and sculpted carbon fiber body could pass for road-only vehicles. Hidden beneath sit 2 Rotax 912IS engines, one powering rear wheels with 100 horsepower on roads, the other driving pusher propellers in flight. Empty weight around 1,465 pounds. Maximum takeoff at 2,646 pounds leaves roughly 595 pounds for 2 adults and luggage. Road performance tops 100 miles per hour, stretching regular unleaded fuel nearly 820 miles.
Airborne cruising hits 110 miles per hour, reaching 11,500-foot altitudes, covering 310 miles or 4 hours before refueling. Converting between modes takes 5 minutes. Hydraulic masts raise rotors. Spring-loaded blades swing into position. Tail extends 3 feet for flight stability. Free-spinning auto-rotation rotors allow safe gliding and landing even with both engines failed. Ground handling uses Carver 1 motorcycle tilt control technology, letting cabins lean into curves whether carving corners or banking in air. The European Union Aviation Safety Agency cleared major regulatory hurdles in late 2024, issuing formal technical approval by April 2025. Road approval came earlier, meaning Dutch buyers can legally drive aircraft from showrooms to skies.
Number 8. Opener Blackfly. Here's something wild. There's an aircraft you can buy right now that doesn't need a runway, doesn't need a pilot's license, and costs less than a luxury car. The Opener Blackfly looks like someone crossed a motorcycle with a drone and decided to make it human-sized. This single-seat electric aircraft uses 8 propellers arranged in a unique configuration that lets it take off vertically from your driveway, fly up to 62 miles per hour, and land pretty much anywhere with a clear 20-foot circle. The whole thing weighs just 313 pounds empty, but can carry pilots up to 250 pounds. Flight time runs about 25 minutes per charge, covering roughly 25 miles of range. What makes this crazy affordable compared to other flying machines is simple engineering. No complex transmissions, no heavy fuel systems, just electric motors, batteries, and smart software doing the hard work. The triple redundant flight computers handle stability automatically, so flying feels more like riding a very smooth elevator that happens to move forward. If motors fail, built-in parachute systems deploy in under a second. Opener has been testing these things for years across Canada and the US, racking up thousands of safe flights. The FAA classifies it as an ultralight vehicle, which means no medical exams, no written tests, just a quick training course, and you're airborne. Price tag sits around $250,000, which sounds expensive until you compare it to helicopters costing millions. Early adopters include ranch owners who need to cover large properties quickly, emergency responders getting to remote locations, and adventurous commuters ready to skip highway traffic entirely.
Number 7. Alef Aeronautics Model A. Highway 101 traffic stops dead as drivers watched something unbelievable. A sleek vehicle driving normally one moment, then lifting straight up and flying over the congested roadway the next. Alef Aeronautics Model A prototype made this science fiction scene reality on June 6th near an old missile battery pad in San Mateo. The mesh-covered electric coupe looks like rolling sculpture, but hides 8 electric motors with carbon fiber propellers inside its Art Deco-style frame. After cruising down access roads like any quiet electric car, it spins 90 degrees, activates hidden propellers, and lifts vertically off the ground. The Federal Aviation Administration granted ALF the first Special Airworthiness Certificate for street-legal electric vertical takeoff aircraft 2 years ago, allowing test flights over California farmland. When production begins, the 850-pound empty-weight vehicle fits 2 adults comfortably with luggage space, thanks to lightweight composite construction and structural battery design. On roads, it tops 25 miles per hour to stay within legal limits, but hitting the fly button changes everything. After checking airspace and lifting front wheels, the body rotates sideways, becoming a compact flying wing cruising at 110 miles per hour for up to 110 miles range. Over 3,400 pre-orders worth more than $1 billion in potential sales have poured in since late 2023 reservations opened. Number 6. Toyota Spherical Vehicle. Last week in Tokyo, something incredible happened that nobody saw coming. A transparent sphere rolled through busy streets during high hour with a person sitting comfortably inside, moving faster than walking pace and drawing crowds everywhere it went. This isn't some futuristic concept anymore. It's real, available, and surprisingly affordable at just $2,500. The Japanese engineering team behind this breakthrough spent 4 months perfecting what started as a palm-sized prototype. Toyota's volunteer engineers from their 20,000-member society created this full-scale version using specialized acrylic panels from Shinchi, the same company that builds walls for massive aquarium tanks holding tiger sharks. The sphere weighs around 400 pounds, but remains light enough for 2 people to roll by hand. Inside, riders sit in a minimal aluminum pod positioned at the bottom, using gravity instead of seat belts for stability. 4 rubber-tired wheels, powered by electric hub motors from Toyota's existing parts, move the sphere forward.
Number 5. Volvo's Flying Car Partnership. Nobody expected a traditional car manufacturer to suddenly announce they're building flying vehicles, but that's exactly what Volvo did with their surprise partnership with Terrafugia. The Transition roadable aircraft represents everything Volvo learned about automotive safety applied to personal aviation. This isn't just a car with wings bolted on. It's a legitimate aircraft that can also drive on regular roads legally. The transformation process takes about 30 seconds. Wings unfold automatically, the propeller extends, and road driving mode switches to flight-ready configuration. On the ground, it drives like a tall station wagon, fitting in standard parking spaces and achieving 35 mpg fuel economy. In the air, it cruises at 100 miles per hour with a range of 400 miles. The safety systems include automotive-style airbags, crumple zones, and electronic stability control, adapted for both driving and flying conditions. What makes this partnership significant is Volvo's manufacturing expertise and safety reputation combining with proven aviation technology. The Transition has already completed thousands of test flights and received FAA certification as both an aircraft and a road vehicle. Delivery timeline targets late 2025 for the first customer vehicles, priced around $400,000. The target market includes pilots who want flexibility to fly when weather permits, but drive when conditions aren't suitable for flight. Rural customers see value in aircraft that can reach distant airports but still provide ground transport.
Number 4. Lift Aircraft Hexa. Osaka's World Expo 2025 Smart Mobility Vertiport witnessed something magical on a windy spring afternoon. A spider-legged aircraft quietly lifted off, floated over mirror-still pools, then landed soundlessly. Austin-based Lift Aircraft's Hexa represents revolutionary thinking about personal flight accessibility. Despite early reports claiming 8 propellers, it actually uses 18 individual motors pulling energy from quick-swap lithium batteries. This setup provides 15 minutes flight time plus reserves, cruising up to 63 miles per hour and reaching 1,200-foot heights. Carbon fiber construction with flotation pontoons and ballistic parachute stays under 254-pound FAA Part 103 weight limits, meaning anyone can fly legally after short virtual reality training. No pilot license required. Japan got early access in March 2023 when Lyft and Marubeni conducted the country's first crewed EVO flights near Osaka Bay, proving noise stayed below 65 decibels from 50 yards away, regular conversation volume. Over 200 people aged 16 to 72 have trained using VR simulators matching Hexa's single joystick controls. Most first-time flyers say it feels more like video games than aircraft piloting, with triple redundant systems handling stability and battery management automatically. Lyft operates these like flying amusement rides rather than selling to public. Florida flights launched March 2024 at $250 per session, now expanding to Osaka Expo 10-minute Skyline rides. Even with 6 motor failures, Hexa stays airborne, while worst-case parachute deployment takes under 0.6 seconds.
Number 3. Jetman Dubai. Picture this. A guy straps 4 jet engines to his back, jumps out of a plane, and flies alongside commercial airliners like he's Superman with a day job. That's exactly what Yves Rossi and his Jetman Dubai team have been pulling off for years now, and the internet can't get enough of it. These carbon fiber wings pack serious punch. 4 miniature jet engines producing 88 pounds of thrust each, letting pilots cruise at 186 miles per hour while pulling gravity-defying stunts that look completely impossible. The wing setup weighs about 121 pounds and burns through fuel fast, giving roughly 10 minutes of powered flight time. But those 10 minutes? Pure magic. Pilots have flown formation with Emirates A380s, raced Formula One cars around racetracks, and performed aerobatic loops that would make fighter jet pilots jealous. The kerosene fuel system feeds those tiny turbines while pilots control everything through body movements. Lean left to turn left, arch your back to climb. No joysticks, no complicated controls, just pure human instinct mixed with jet propulsion. Training takes months because there's literally no room for error at 150 miles per hour. But once mastered, pilots describe it as the closest thing to natural flight humans have ever achieved. Each wing cost around $440,000, putting it firmly in billionaire toy territory. But the technology keeps improving, and several companies are working on electric versions that could bring costs down while extending flight times beyond those intense 10-minute burns.
Number 2. Kittyhawk Flyer. Before Google co-founder Larry Page shut down Kittyhawk, the company created something remarkable: flying vehicles that regular people could actually learn to operate safely. The Kittyhawk Flyer represented a completely different approach to personal aviation, designed from the ground up for recreational flying over water. The ultralight aircraft used 10 electric propellers for vertical takeoff and landing, with intuitive controls that could be mastered in a single training session. Flight speeds reached 20 miles per hour at altitudes up to 15 feet, perfect for safe recreational flying. The key insight was making flying feel like driving a boat, comfortable, predictable, and forgiving of pilot errors. Safety systems included automatic altitude limits, protected propellers, and emergency landing protocols. The aircraft was designed specifically for operation over water, eliminating many risks associated with traditional aviation. Training took just 30 minutes for most people, with the aircraft handling stability and navigation automatically. The business model focused on recreational flight training and experiences rather than aircraft sales. Customers could learn to fly at Kittyhawk facilities without needing pilot licenses or extensive aviation knowledge. Although the company ultimately closed, their approach influenced numerous other companies developing consumer-friendly flying vehicles. The lessons learned about simplified controls, automated safety systems, and recreational applications continue shaping the industry. Several former Kittyhawk engineers have started new companies applying similar philosophies to next-generation flying vehicles. The legacy
Number 1. Lilium Jet. German engineering meets Silicon Valley ambition in one of the most audacious flying vehicle projects ever attempted. Lilium's electric vertical takeoff jet doesn't look like anything else in the sky. Imagine a sleek business jet that can hover like a helicopter, then transition to wing-borne flight like a regular airplane. The secret lies in 36 electric ducted fans built into the wings and canards, tilting from vertical to horizontal as the aircraft transitions from hover to forward flight. This isn't just another drone scaled up. It's a legitimate aircraft designed to carry up to 7 passengers at speeds up to 175 miles per hour over distances of 155 miles. The Phoenix prototype has been conducting test flights across Germany, proving the concept works at full scale. What sets Lilium apart is their focus on practical operations. They're not just building aircraft, they're planning entire networks of vertiports, charging infrastructure, and maintenance facilities. Think of it like Tesla, but for the sky. The business model targets urban air mobility, connecting airports to city centers, linking suburbs to downtown areas and providing rapid transportation between nearby cities. Flights that take 2 hours by car would shrink to 20 minutes by air. The company has pre-orders from airlines and operators worldwide, with planned service launches starting in 2025. Manufacturing is ramping up in Germany, with expansion planned for the US market. Ticket prices are projected to start around $200 for typical routes, eventually dropping to compete with ground transportation as operations scale up. The technology has attracted major investors and partnerships with established aviation companies who see this as the future of urban transportation.
Still curious? Then don't stop now. The next mystery is already waiting for you. Just click the video on screen. I saved it just for you. See you there, curious one.